feel good news. Now for a wonderful story about a little 4-year-old girl from Fayetteville, North Carolina, who has been reunited with her dad after being found in a human trafficker's home in Texas.
Well, it's a case so strikingly similar to the 2009 murder of Shania Davis. Only tonight, we're talking about a Fayetteville father being reunited with his baby girl.
She went from being in a home where not knowing nobody to going into police custody.
For a little girl who's gone through so much, Aubriana Recinos had a huge smile, infectious laughter, and lots of kisses for her dad, Mario.
Reassuring that she has a loving home. And
21 days, 20 sleepless nights. That's how long 4-year-old Aubriana Recinos had been gone. On July 8th, police pleaded with the public for information after Aubrey and her mother, Carmen Lowe, mysteriously went missing.
Possibly being dead was always there. I mean, we understood the severity. As a family, we understood the severity of the situation.
But it wasn't until last Thursday that police announced the possibility of Aubrey being in danger. By Friday morning, FBI agents found Aubrey inside a human trafficker's home in Texas.
She was being held by the pimp, like family of the pimp. Like basically she was being held by the person that Carmen was working for.
Tonight, Aubrey's mother, Carmen, in a New Orleans jail facing prostitution and theft charges. Next month, she'll return here to Fayetteville, where she's charged with violating the court's custody order. Mario Recinos says the pair split 2 years ago.
The person got addicted to drugs, and from there, things started changing.
Aubrey's rescue was the outcome that the family of Shania Davis prayed for. In 2009, the 5-year-old's mother sold her to Mario McNeil, who's now on death row for Shania's rape and murder.
Did I feel like it could have had a similar result? Absolutely. That was the biggest fear.
Tonight, the Recinos family is thankful. Aubrey's home seemingly back to her playful self, but her father says she has a long way to go.
What did she tell you about that experience? Was she well taken care of? Was she...
No, and I prefer not to go into detail about that. That's just, that's more family, private business as well. It's still part of the healing process. We still got to take it to therapy and, bring it back to normality.
In Fayetteville, Morgan Norwood, ABC 11 Eyewitness News.
Next up is a shelter dog named Monty who becomes a movie star in the upcoming Lady and the Tramp remake. Every dog has his day. For a shelter dog in Arizona, that day has come, and he landed a starring role in the upcoming Disney live-action remake of Lady and the Tramp. Monty is a 2-year-old terrier mix, and he was at the Halo Animal Rescue in Phoenix with hundreds of other dogs. The shelter workers noted that Monty was super friendly, loved to greet people and give kisses, and loved attention. So when animal trainers came scouting from Hollywood, Monty was a perfect fit to play the Tramp. He does look perfect there. The canine cast of the live-action remake of Lady and the Tramp features real-life rescue dogs. And according to Disney, all the rescue dogs that are featured in the film have found forever homes when the production ended. Lady and the Tramp will premiere on November 12th on Disney's new streaming service. And you can get more information on Twitter at DisneyD23. Next up, we have Metallica helps build Romania's first children's hospital. Metallica has donated 250,000 euros, which is about 279,000 US dollars, to a Romanian association building the country's first children's hospital. The donation to the nonprofit organization was announced just prior to the band's sold-out concert in Bucharest. The donation made by Metallica has a special meaning to our project. On one hand, their music inspires and touches so many Romanians, and at the same time, so many Romanians are inspired by and contribute to the establishing of the first pediatric oncology and radiotherapy hospital in Romania in order to give children with cancer a chance to live, said the president of the association. On the other hand, the contribution of MasterCard that pledged a sponsorship worth 1 million euros has been a real drive in inspiring a legend like Metallica to contribute to our cause as well. We are grateful to all who make this project possible. Like St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in the U.S., the Romanian Pediatric Hospital will also be funded exclusively by donors. The estimated date of launch is set for the end of 2020. And next, we have a Utah man who survived 5 days lost in the Montana wilderness.
A man stranded in the wilderness for days and days. He wrote a final message to his then pregnant wife, writing, "So sorry I left you to be a single mom." But thanks to a diet of berries and bugs, Caden Laga managed to survive for 5 long days and make it home alive. He says on one particularly cold night, Caden prepared himself for the worst, saying he wrote that message to his wife, which went on to say, "In case I don't make it out of here, I love you. I loved my life with you." And he still does, I suppose. Caden Laga and his wife Arden are with us now. Well, thankfully, that's just like a memory that didn't have to be a thing. But the whole wilderness part, Caden, tell us what it was like in those worst moments.
In the worst moments were just me worrying about my wife and my son on the way, and so I was mostly just worried about them.
How did you figure out what you could eat and what you couldn't?
I've been in those woods several years, and so I knew that huckleberries and thimbleberries were safe, and grasshoppers as well.
And I hear there was some texting along the way that was a bit, I don't know, troublesome.
Sorry, say that again?
That you were texting, and it was just one of those sort of come to Jesus moments where you're like, wow, is this it?
Absolutely, yeah. Pretty early on when I realized I was lost, I came to grasp with the possibility of me dying, and actually came quite to peace with it, and was not too worried. Felt like of all the places to die, the Bitterroot Wilderness is the place to do it. But remembering the promise that I had made to Arden, that I'd come home safe and take care of that baby, my mind switched, and it was survival mode for the next 5 days after that. The focus was just get home no matter what.
Well, Caden, you did it, and at the time, Arden, I guess you're out there. I mean, your baby's coming, and your husband's not, and that must have been just life's darkest moments.
Yeah, it was really tough, especially when my mother-in-law called and said, "Caden's been missing for 30 hours. This is going to be his second night out, and we have no idea where he is." It was, I can't even describe the emotions, but that night I was trying to remain calm, and it was just really hard. But after that, especially once I made it to my in-laws' house in Montana and I could feel the peace that was there, I knew right away that Caden was alive and that he would make it out and we would find him, and that's what happened.
And what about that moment you did? How was that?
Yeah, it was.
Come on.
Yeah.
A little angry in there somewhere?
No anger, just relief that we finally did find him, because it was, I knew we would find him. It was just, would it be in a month or would it be soon? I had a very frank conversation with God 5 minutes before we found out that Caden was safe and alive, and I just said, I need my husband home, and I know you can provide that. And so once, 5 minutes later, I heard screaming downstairs that we got a message that he was alive, and I just fell on my knees and was just sobbing that was true.
Well, there's a new baby on the way, and before the baby comes, Caden, I hear you're going to Hawaii, probably to hike, right?
Yes.
That was the original plan. We booked the trip 2 months ago. We were planning on doing lots of hiking. We hope to still do some, but still recovering from some wounds. So
I recommend the beach. Good luck and all the best with your new bundle of joy, and thanks so much for sharing with us a good story for once.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate it. No hiking. Hawaii, enjoy.
Okay, I'm going to end this here, and I will hopefully have another video in the next day or two, and with some more feel-good news. Again, like, subscribe, Let me know if there's anything in particular that you would like me to talk about, and I will happily do so. Thank you.